What's up? It's your favorite attorney. Court is now in session. You write me, Booker at bookerlawfirm.com. Your question ends up on the show. Bring you to the court of my public opinion. We're not going to look at this as legal advice because I don't represent you and I may not have all of the facts that I need. However, I'm going to do the best job that I can with what I have. Without further ado, let's get it crack-a-lacking. Order in the court. They wrote me and they said, does my daughter's father have legal rights even if his name isn't on the birth certificate and he left us before she was born? I met him when I was 18. He was 26. Why do y'all feel the need to throw that shit in? Okay, it's weird how you try to throw people under the bus for being very old and talking to you all when you didn't have a problem with it when you was very young and talking to these old-ass men that you knew you shouldn't have been talking to. But once you believe that you can get an edge with it, you let everybody know their age. But you was lying about your age and lying about their age and everything else, honey boo boo style, in front of America beforehand. But I digress. Throughout our relationship, I found out that he had a family in Mexico and was cheating on me with his coworker. He even forbade me from going to college when I graduated high school because he said it wasn't fair that I could and he couldn't because he was here illegally. The whole relationship was abusive. Even so, I forgave him because I was pregnant, but then I found out he got me pregnant and was only with me to get legalized. But why in the hell you thought he was with you? He had 3, 4, 5, 6 different people. The family in Mexico couldn't get him the paper, so he had to leave. And he had the co-worker. He was working on her and working on you. He was trying to get his way here. And I'm gonna bang the gavel on this, and I'm through with it when I say it today. And I can say this because y'all are our cousins. Y'all are Anunnaki. Y'all Hispanics. Y'all that's blacks. Them our people. Okay? Why in the hell y'all try to act like y'all know these people trying to use y'all for papers? If I hear another Mexican cousin of mine, another Hispanic cousin of mine, El Salvadorian, I don't give a damn if you're doing the bamba, the la, the bongo like Cardi B. I don't care where you from. My Hispanic brothers and sisters, you know damn well when they're trying to use you for some papers. And stop acting like you don't know. Because Tom and Gina, Shelly and Michael may not know. But you know Jesus, you know Rosita, you know Juan, you know Ulissa. Stop playing. You know when they're playing with you. I found out he was trying to use me for papers through messages on his phone between him and his friend. You should have knew just for knowing. Okay, I done banged my phone and not the wood block. So let's put the wood block in the right place, okay? And let's bang the wood block and not the phone. Anyways, so you found out through text messages you didn't know any other way. Okay. I threatened to call the police and he ended up leaving to Mexico. When my daughter was born, I gave her my last name instead of his. Now he's back. He emailed me that he wants to meet her. I don't feel comfortable or safe allowing that. I don't either. I don't know him. So much as time has passed and I'm scared of what he may try to do. What rights does he have, if any, and how can I keep us safe? Baby, he ain't got no rights. And let me tell you why. First of all, he is not a citizen, and that does not mean much of anything because you don't have to be a citizen to have rights. But because he's not a citizen, there's going to be an issue with international abduction. At any point, he can abduct that child. And if you don't trust him, you don't know him, your child's young, you don't need to take chances. So what you need to do is go to the Attorney General's office. They can get him served. He can get on child support. And he can get a child custody order regardless of whether he is an illegal alien or not. You can legitimize your child regardless of whether he's an illegal alien or not. You just need to get him served. Check on my page because I talk about problematic service when you have an Attorney General case and how you all can assist them in getting service done and handled so that you can move your case along for free with the Attorney General. So you're going to need to help with that. But the Attorney General will assist and help you in getting your rights established and his as well, even though he's an illegal alien, so that's not going to stop anything. And nobody can mess with him while he's at court. Nobody can question him about being a legal alien outside of trying to prove that there may be a risk of international abduction and requesting that the court put in specific orders, that stop him from being able to get a passport for the child or take the child out of the country and things of that nature. It's not like he's going to use the regular modes of transportation anyways, and it's not like he's going to apply for a passport because he keeps sliding through here, going under the gate. So I'm sure if he were to take her out, he'd take her out in some improper way, but at least it puts safe holds and guards in place so that it's harder for someone to take your child. I believe wholeheartedly everything that you say about not knowing him, and you need to keep him very much away from your child. But I will say this, women. Order in the court, this is to everybody. This is not just to her. Okay? We are not just talking to Rosie. I'm talking to Chanel, Brandy, Brittany, Wanda, Rhonda, and Tanya right now. You all get in these relationships with these men and you don't hardly know them. And then you get pregnant. And then you want to go to court and you want to say that you don't know the individual. And you believe that that is a reason for you to keep sole managing conservatorship or for you to deny visitation to these parents. And it's not. Because when you decided that you were going to go with him after the club and all he had to buy you was some sticky rice patties and some wonton soup from Eyes, and you were going to bust it wide open, and you might have a child, then you should have known at that point, okay, well, he's going to get rights. If you can sit up there and do the do with somebody that you don't know and have a child, they have a right to have visitation of their child. You cannot use the fact that you don't know them as the sole reason to deny visitation, and you women do it all the time. I have had clients, and I don't care because, baby, I will fire myself. I'm not going to deal with you when you're being stupid. And I'll say that because I represent many men and not very many women because we tend to be we think we're going to get things our way. And I'm just not one of those women that's going to continuously take your money and feed you a wish. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you straight up, this doesn't sound right. Don't think this is going to look right. You're going to have to let the child visit. You don't have much to stand on. We can't keep on saying this. If it was a one night stand, that's your fault as well as his. And the court doesn't want to hear about that now that she's 4 years old. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And you're going to have to decide whether you want to stay with it or you want to go take your walking papers and give it to somebody else who's not going to tell you, but the court is going to end up rendering the same ruling. Just because y'all don't know them is not sufficient reason to deny visitation. If you don't know them, coupled with the fact that they crazy and you can prove it, or they have a history of doing crazy things, then that's a reason. But just you don't know them, that ain't going to work. So, Griselda, I'm going to need you to figure out what you're going to do with him. You need to go to the Attorney General. I want your child established because I don't like children to be bastards. If their father does not sign the birth certificate willingly, and if any man asks you for a DNA test, you shall. Okay, this is from the book of Ali Booker. You shall put that ass on child support. You shall. Because you don't ask for the test and don't think you're going to get the papers. You get both of them. Okay? If you don't trust the woman, then you get your papers. Because I'm going to tell men this, and I tell them all the time. Baby, you can tell a woman anything you need to hear. Anything she needs to hear. So you can get your hands on that baby. And you can swab a mouth in 2.2 seconds, baby, without her ever knowing, and the baby not knowing either. So why you cannot just know that you've been somewhere? Be nice. Buy a stroller or something small. A box of diapers. Get the child. Get your hands on the child. And take and get your test. Don't disrespect her by asking her for a test. Because when you do, your ass is going to get nailed to the wall with child support. It's because it's disrespectful to ask a woman for a test when she tells you that it's your child. Now, there are a lot of nasty women out here that lie about it. And we know what they do. They do a lot of lying and a lot of putting on, and they're for the streets. And we understand that. But when you have those women that are not for the streets and you play with them and you ask for a DNA test, you're going to get child support, and that's absolutely it. I'm going to tell you right now, because I'm going to tell you what I do. You want a DNA test, you go on the child support court, and that's it. We're going to have a court order. I may not believe in child support on many people, but I will take a man that asks you for a DNA test. Baby, you get your DNA test and your child support amount. So, sir and ma'am, legitimize the child. Ma'am, see what you can do. You can give him supervised visits. He needs to meet this child. The child needs to know where the child comes from. Spiritually, there's a reason that genetics, DNA, and all this stuff runs through our veins, and it carries you back to where you come from. People need to know where they come from so they can know where they're going. Next case. I'm not going to allow you to keep that child away, ma'am.
Biggest time I made that call. I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm. They got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.